afternoon. How are you both?
Hey, Hannah. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How about you, Rob?
I'm very good, thank you, Hannah. Good to speak to you on a Saturday.
I know, yeah, Saturday afternoon. This is not bad, is it, considering we're all on our summer holidays? For anyone who's watching and this podcast, as you know, I'm here with Rob and Dave, our tutors and partners at Simply Endo. And we just really wanted to get together and have a little chat about one of our upcoming courses that we're going to be running again in September, following on from the success of our last one that we did. We've had quite a few people asking questions a bit about what it's all about. So we just kind of thought we'd get together and have a little chat, and you guys can fill us in. So the question that everyone asks me is, tell me about the alumni course, what it is. Dave?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the alumni course, we started this event last year, wasn't it? And it was something that people have been sort of crying out for, really. I think one of the things that we all know happens, people get to the end of their Simply Endo journey, albeit 10 days, or the certificate or diploma, or all the way through the MSc. And then they finish and are immensely distraught that they're not coming back then.
Yeah.
Without, obviously, people do 10 days, they might come back and do certificate or diploma or whatever down the line. But some people don't want to commit to that level of course as well. So they want to come back and just do something a bit further. So we come up with this alumni idea, of which we have quite a few people, don't we, who've been through the program, who showed some interest in doing something further. So we put this idea of a course together, which ideally focuses on things that probably they may not have covered in the program. So particularly if they did the program a little while ago, even if they went through all the way through the MSc, we introduced some new file systems and things like that. So this one is based on all things minimally invasive. So it's quite a hot topic at the moment, isn't it? Well, for a while it's been a hot topic, minimally invasive dentistry, but particularly minimally invasive endo. So things like ninja access cavities and things like that. We discuss the ins and outs of them. So yes, it should be good fun.
Very good. Well, go on then, Rob. You can tell us a little bit more. What other topics, and Dave's touched on one there, what other topics are covered within the actual day? Well, it's actually 2 days, isn't it? You get day one and then day two, so which is great.
Yeah. So Dave does the first day, and then I will take on day two. So we start day one, as Dave said, with minimally invasive endodontics, because it's quite, as Dave said, it's quite a hot topic at the moment. There's a lot of myths, so we try and break it all down, try and put some science behind it. Where's the research? Where's it all come from? All the pros and cons really with it. Move on to and follows on with access and access cavities and how minimal access cavities affect the endo. And we do quite a bit of practical side with that. Move on, start introducing new file systems. So we look at ProTaper Ultimate on that day, which and then finish with Vital Pulp Therapy on day one, bringing in bioceramics and the use of those with that. And then over to me then on day two. So we start off initially looking at hybridization of file systems, taking different files from different systems and seeing if we can make it more efficient. Touch on CV a little bit. I know that's covered in the program itself, but we do a little bit more detail on that. And then that flows in nicely to guided endo, static and dynamic, which is probably something a lot of people won't have done, or maybe not heard a huge amount about. And then I dive into bioceramics into quite a lot of detail. Again, some of the myths behind it, some of the pros, some of the issues, and take it right back. And so we can have a look at that in a lot of detail. I also look at heating hypochlorite and some of the issues and some of the benefits of doing that. And we also look at true anatomy, which is obviously, the really minimally invasive file system out there.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, obviously this is great. And I mean, Dave touched before there about, it would be great for past students to come along. Who else, Dave, would you say at least a couple of days are actually suitable for? Because there's obviously so much information in those 2 days. It would be great to share that with people.
I didn't realise we did that much, but we do, don't we? When you look at it, we do an awful lot, don't we?
That's actually, considering how much hands-on you do as well.
Yeah, and to be fair, I digress slightly. That part of the hands-on stuff, which Rob's just touched on, is such good fun. That there's a little bit where we look at access cavities, use a minimally invasive access cavity and then a more conventional access cavity, and how the delegates struggle with these ninja ones compared to the other stuff. It's not the answer to the question you were asking, but it was just so important, just thinking of what Rob was saying then. Who was it suitable to? Well, I think, to be fair, we found a bit of a mix on the last program. I think if people, I'm going to be dead honest, I think if people have literally just finished the program, then obviously we'd love to have them back. But I don't think they'll gain probably as much as somebody who's maybe finished it a few years ago.
Yeah.
If someone's finished the whole thing, 3 or 4 years ago, then that's fantastic. If someone's just done 10 days or a certificate or something, I think that's great as well, because like I said before, they're not then committed to, taking on a huge big chunk of a course, doing another, so many days in diploma and that sort of stuff. But at least they're coming back, they're seeing us again, which is always nice. And we're seeing them again, which is great. And they're coming over to Formby, which some people may not have done if it's a few years ago and they've been in Altrincham. So if people are keen just to come back after doing 10 days or certificate, then that's great. They're going to learn stuff. And it's done in a very simply endo way. It's, lots of practical and very open-minded, not very pushy, and a lot of good fun, really. We had great feedback on the last one, I think. So, and a good mixture of people.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, the feedback from both of, just that it was done the Simply Endo way, which is what people love and why people come back to us, which is great. And it's good to hear, Dave, that you're saying that can be available for the 10-day program, because you might have done the 10-day program, you don't want to do exams, you don't want to take it down that route, but it would still be good to have that refresher and that kind of brought up to date with technique. So it's great that you say that it would be really beneficial for those people as well.
Yeah.
Rob, when is actually the alumni course? When is our next 2 days?
So it's coming up quite quickly, actually. So the next one is in the diary at the 23rd and 24th of September. So that's Monday and Tuesday towards the end of September. And
I don't like to say this, but we have only got 3 spaces left on that, because I have been advertising it, so it has been out there. So if it is something that people were interested in, it is really key that you give us a ring or drop us a direct message or something, because you wouldn't want you to miss that out. I mean, we hopefully will do another one. We're always open to that. I know we've spoke about this before, and we may not carry on doing the same topics. It may be that there's obviously new current things that you guys want to share with everybody.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's the flexibility of it, isn't it? With an alumni type program, we can we tailor it as we go. And I think what we've tried to do as well with some of the feedback from last time, tailor it to little bits going forward, really.
It'll be good. So 23rd, 24th September, by all means drop us a DM or send me a message, and we'll quite happily send over some more information in the booking form to you. But just before I finish, I've heard a rumour that Simply Endo are going to be starting doing podcasts. And as partners of the business, I was just wondering, are you willing to share if anything's actually going to be happening?
No, it's not true. It's not true. It's not happening.
Oh!
No, it's definitely going to be kicking in soon, isn't it?
This has been exciting, hasn't it, Rob? This has been good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But something we've been planning for a few years now and talking about, but we're going to look to kick it in September. And just kind of try and offer a range of topics for people, really. We're going to a little bit more about the people behind Simply Endo and how Simply Endo works. We're also going to be looking at clinical techniques. We're going to bring in some of the industry people to talk about their products and topics. We're talking about latest research, anything that's contemporary. It's going to cover a whole range of bases.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so excited. I know, because I've in the newsletters I've been asking people, and it was something that people really were interested in, really wanted to have that informal chat, hear you guys chatting, and again, hear stuff from other people within the industry. So I am super excited to be part of this coming in September. That's really great news. Again, to anybody who wants to join our alumni program, send us a message, give us a call. Ben's working, so he's willing to answer the 0345 number, which is 0345 363 0400. And like I say, we can send more information out to you. If you're not able to do this one, there will be dates in the future. It is something that we're going to continually run, because we just really see the benefit, don't we, guys? So
definitely.
I think that's about it from us. What do we think?
Thank you very much.
Wonderful, everybody. That's great, everyone.
Cheers,
We'll
Rob.
see you all soon.
Yeah.
Bye.